Welcome back, everyone. It's Saturday the 13th of September and it's not a bad day here in Exeter. In fact, it's the best day of the weekend. We've got weather warnings out for rain and wind Sunday and Monday, so this is going to be the best day of the weekend. And I've got a few jobs to do. The weather has certainly changed. It's certainly a lot colder now, a lot cooler. I've even put on a fleece today, so I don't think I'm going to get many more tomatoes ripening on the plant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the tomatoes off and ripen them at home off the vine. All they need is a little bit of heat to make them ripen. So I've done this a few years back when I had a bumper crop of moneymaker. In fact, if I can find a picture, I'll stick a picture in right here. Yeah, back then I had loads and loads of moneymaker. Delilah had as much bags of tomatoes as she could carry to take home, and we just ripened them off the vines at the end of the year. I've done it in my conservatory. But I've got a few jobs to do today, so the sun's come out. I'll just give you a little quick look around, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing today. First things first is going to take all these tomatoes off, all the ripe ones and unripe ones. There's a few ripe ones there, and I'll clear all this out. The squashes are looking fabulous. This one is just about ready to pick. I'll pick that next week. As you can see, the vine is dying off, possibly by the cold weather, but it's still alive up here, and this one is just changing colour, which is good, but I want it to get to that colour of orange before I take it off. But yeah, I'm very pleased with them this year. What else was I going to do today? Yeah, I'm going to take the cabbages because one's blown, so this one's got to seed. So I'm going to take these two out today, which will be good because I can clear this bed out and I can use it for my stromboli broccoli that I've got at home. I can just put that straight in there. So that's another job. This little bit of rain we've had, well, a little bit of rain, it's quite a lot of rain actually, has certainly done well for the weeds, so all the weeds are back up and the grass has started to grow again. Look how lush and green it is. So I'll probably come up during the week with the lawnmower and give the grass a cut. We can't have a fire today because it's only the first Saturday of the month we can have a fire, although someone over the other side of the pot didn't get the memo and has got a fire going. So I'm sure if any committee members see that, they'll tell them off. And if there's any broccoli in here, I can see a couple of little florets of broccoli, I'll be taking them. Yeah, not much to do today really. I mean, once I've got the tomatoes out, the cabbages will take 2 minutes to get out. So yeah, I'm just going to get cracking on, get things started and get the work done before the next rain shower appears. So I'll stick the camera down and crack on with some work. Well, that took longer than I thought it was going to take, but let me show you the results. I'll swing the camera around and I'll show you what I've been doing. Okay, all the tomato plants are gone now. I'll leave the halos in today and I'll remove them. I'm coming up during the week if the weather's okay. I've put everything that I'm not keeping into bags, and these will all go to the tip. And there's a good reason for that, and I'll come to that in a minute. So I never put tomatoes in my compost bin because you end up getting little tomatoes growing everywhere. But this is what I managed to pick this afternoon. So I've got 4 trays of Gardener's Delight. Some are ripe, some are getting there, and others are still unripe. And these can all be ripened off the plant, so they just need a bit of warmth. I've got a bucket and a half of the Pink Panther ones. These are a prolific cropper, these, and they taste great as well. They look fabulous, they taste great, and you get lots of them. You know, as I said, some of these are ripe, some are nowhere near ripe. You see a lot of green ones, but yeah, they're good. These were a dark shadow. I never really got many off this plant, and they took the longest to ripen, so I don't think I'll be growing them again. They taste okay, they taste of nice tomatoes, but just at the length of time, considering we had such a warm summer, if we'd have had an average summer, I don't think I would have got any off of that. And these are the Siberian Panther, which quite possibly the best tomato I've ever grown. Taste-wise, they are fabulous. So as you see here, we've got some ripe ones, we've got ones that are nowhere near ripe. Some decent sized ones as well. There's a big one here at the back. So all these can ripen off a plant. The issue being is how many of them have got blight. So when I was taking the plants apart, I noticed, and I've got an example down here, I'll show you, of blight on a few of them. And if you look at that, the dark patches on the stem, that's blight. You can also see it on the stem of this leaf, and you can see what it's done to some of the tomatoes. Now, yeah, the tomatoes were in a bit of a mess, especially the Gardener's Delight. I couldn't control them, and it's no wonder that some of them got blight. But these are some of the other tomatoes that got blight. So that's a Pink Panther, and that mottled area there is blight. If I was to try and ripen this, all that mottled area would turn brown. The rest of the plant might ripen, but that would turn brown and end up like these. Similar, these are the dark shadow. And as you can see, I mean, once you've got it once, you learn how to spot it. So, and that's the telltale brown marks on sort of like blistering of the skin is what you get. So that's why, let me swing your camera around. So that's why none of my tomato stuff are going on my compost bin. Some people say that you can compost and the blight won't affect them. I'm not willing to take that chance. I don't know whether it's true or not, but I'm not going to take that chance. For the sake of just taking a few bags to the tip and letting them deal with it, they can compost at much higher temperatures than I can. So I'm not going to bother all the tomatoes, and I'll go around that bed and I'll make sure every tomato is picked up and bagged and it all goes to the tip. So that's what I've been doing most of the day. Had a nice chat with Delilah, nice cup of coffee, But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take all these cabbages out, and during the week I'll come up and I'll put my stromboli broccoli underneath that net. So let me get set up and I'll go and get these last cabbages. So these are the last of these cabbages, and they're actually really nice. I've had a few out of here, but one's going to seed, and I'm just going to take the others out to prevent them from going to seed as well. So just lifting the net a little bit. Oh, and there's, look at that. Cheeky snail. He's gone over the wall. And as you can see, this one's trying to sprout and go to seed. Nellie will get most of this. I'll take the outer leaves off and she can get most of the heart. She doesn't get to eat a lot of cabbage. She's not supposed to have too much. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this net over. Where's that snail? And a slug. I'm just going to fix this net over so no birds or other wildlife get entangled in it. Last thing I want to do is capture a fox in the net or any birds. As I said, I'll come up during the week and I shall put my stromboli broccoli in there. They'll grow better in the ground than in pots, and I won't need to water them, and they'll be protected from the cabbage white, the dreaded cabbage whites who are still flying around. Okay. And that is my 2 cabbages. Well, that's me finished for today. I've got all the jobs I came up here to do done, so I'm quite happy with that. But that's it for today. Bad weather tomorrow and the next day, so it might be Wednesday before I'm back up here. But thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, please feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment. I'll try to answer all my comments, but if you leave a comment, I'll try and answer. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.